I know we had the discussion last episode about pretentious directors or what makes something
Ooh.
pretentious. Lynch would be up there for pretentiousness.
He's like the most pretentious director in the world.
I want to know first you guys your experience with David Lynch films.
This is a story that always pisses a lot of people off. I rented the film Eraserhead.
Okay.
I think I told you guys that story where I watched the first half of it and I got sleepy.
I saw the first half of Eraserhead because I was like, okay, I've only got this much time and I'm kind of feeling tired, but I'll see how much I can watch and then finish it the next day. So I watched half of it, and then I tried to finish it the next day, and it was just like, okay, now I have to fast forward through half of the movie instead of skipping and doing a chapter selection. What the hell, David Lynch?
And I couldn't finish it because he removed chapter selections from the DVD, and I had to return it, and I wasn't going to fast forward through it. And his justification for that was... He's like, oh no, you have to watch the movie all in one sitting, otherwise you're not really watching it. And he has these really fucking pretentious rants on just how wrong people are for watching movies in ways that he doesn't want them to. There's this clip on YouTube where you can see him like, you haven't watched a fucking movie if it's on your fucking phone.
I can't picture watching this movie on a phone. I seriously can't. So
get real.
I am getting real. I agree with David Lynch.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like his attitude is a little annoying. But I watched the movie. I didn't pause it. I didn't restart it. I didn't skip the chapter selection. But felt like slow to the point of being kind of like unnecessarily long. It does kind of get a little boring after a while.
Really?
Yeah. Like, there's nothing really all that new or crazy being introduced.
Bullshit. Total fucking bullshit.
I can't agree with you when you say there's not, like, crazy stuff happening. Like, every 5 minutes, there was crazy shit happening.
You know, there were some really cool things that happened, sprinkled throughout the movie, but for the most part, I didn't really find any character interesting. There were no stakes. Nothing that happened really mattered. I love movies. Obviously, you guys already know this. Synecdoche, New York, Holy Mountain, etc. I love movies that I'm able to interpret, for sure, 100%. Whereas David Lynch, sure, there's elements of that there, but I feel like a lot of it is kind of just like, oh, I think this would look cool, and it's weird, and it doesn't make sense. Whereas,
there's more to it than that.
But I feel like there's more method to the madness.
Yeah.
David Lynch is accused of that. In that movie specifically, people are like, oh, it's weird for the sake of weird, or it's all nonsense. Like, there is a pretty clear story.
Yeah. You know, reading behind the scenes, I obviously picked up on the sort of father responsibility thing and the stresses of all that, and just the visual side of what those feelings can like manifest as. It's such a like, it does feel like a beautiful way of showing that kind of those weird details that make nightmares scary. It captures it so well.
But there also is a plot. Lady in the Moon
dreams
that works. Almost like this
details that make nightmares scary.
So it's like the manifestation of those thoughts as well.
Yeah, I think you pretty much got it. I mean, like, Radiator is involved with heat.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the scene when Henry goes in the Radiator and sees the girl, and then I think he touches her, and then the movie really goes off the rails because his head comes off in a courtroom, and like his baby's head comes out, and then there's a boy who picks up his head and turns it into erasers. How'd we take that?
Oh. It looked cool. So I'm giving it kind of a reluctant 7 out of 10, I guess.
Right.